Hi everyone, I'm back. Charlene Adzima here with Irish Fiddle Foundations. It's been a busy week. Met a lot of cool people in the comments, and I hope more people will feel free to reach out and say hi. Come see me on irishtune.info or on Facebook or wherever, because it's really nice to meet all of you guys out there. Um, anyway, so last week we got our taste, or last 2 weeks we got our taste of our first reel, and I gave you this kind of funky bowing, right? I gave for that B part of the Humors of Tella, right? I mean, not only is the bowing tricky, but you throw a cut on there as well, right? Up, down. Yeah, and I already said that it's not terribly common that people will play it quite that way. Although I think it'll blend all right, and it's a good way to practice your cuts and to get them on time and get the groove and lift and everything in there too. But little did you know, you're also preparing to play rolls, which arguably is the most popular and enigmatic of Irish type ornaments. Everybody wants to play a roll, and everybody listens to rolls and goes, I have no idea how to make that happen. And you're not wrong. It's a pretty tricky thing. In fact, when I was a kid, I was taught, or read out of a book or whatever, 5 note roll, So maybe I should go back. Rolls are ornaments that cover about the length of a quarter note. Okay, and they sound like this. Whoa! And there's a lot of finger movement. And what is that? Let's unpack this. Let's dissect the roll. So the roll, as I understand it, is you play the note that's to be ornamented. So in this case, it's a B, first finger an A, and then you go ahead and do a cut. And I like to use my third finger here. I think that's the most, I don't know, it's the most urgent. I don't know. It's the one that's there. You could use your second finger if you like, but I'm very used to my third, so I'm going to do that. So it's a play, a cut, and then a lift. Now a lift is sort of like a backwards cut, right? You're not really playing the open A necessarily, although I'll be honest, sometimes I've heard people get away with it and it sounds fine. But for the most part, you're going to be just, woo, you're stopping the sustained sound of your B. You're disrupting it by lifting your first finger up off of the fingerboard, but not quite off of the string necessarily. You might have to experiment with this and see what sounds really good for you and your instrument. And it's not much of anything at all. It's more of a twitch, really, isn't it? So a roll, as I understand it, is a play, cut, lift. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Play, cut, lift. Up bow. Play, cut, lift. Play, cut, lift. And if you like, for all you visual types out there, here is a notation for the play, cut, lift. Ta-da! And it's kind of an exercise, actually, the way I've written it out here, right? Because there's no way all that's going to fit into a quarter note, right? So go ahead and you'll play. You'll do a cut above, right? Kind of suggesting the note above, and a lift suggesting the note below, like that, right? So here we go. Play, cut, lift. Play, cut, lift. Play, cut, lift. It's like Jingle Bells. It's better. Okay? So once you've had a few goes at that, you can start getting a little fancier, a little bit quicker. But let's try this exercise. Yeah, exercise number 2. Little extra fancy. If that scares you, don't look, just listen. Whoop, there it goes again. That was kind of crazy. So it's a play, cut, lift, play. All right, that last note you can either, hold out or what happens if I slur it all the way out? Ah, less definition. Yeah, let's just change bows there. That's okay. You can also start up bow. It's kind of tricky. But that is a way for you to get started practicing rolls. We're just going to start with our first finger. What I was going to say earlier was that I had the understanding that rolls consisted of 5 notes, like 5 real legitimate notes, right? Like, and try as I might, that is not a roll. Also, far too much effort. Thank you very much. Is what we're looking for. It can sound a little bit like a rumble. It can sound a little bit like very tight and crisp little sections of whatever note you're ornamenting. Let's see. I've got to look at what do I want to do here? Yes. So I did say that rolls typically substitute quarter notes. They are often found on dotted quarter notes. So you can see the notation, the common notation here. And most people might recognize that little squiggly as a turn, okay? And in Irish music's case, it's a roll. That's by and large what people have chosen. And don't be too concerned about that dotted quarter, because the dotted quarter is actually just, it's just an 8th note that you hold out a bit, and then you go ahead and do your roll, right? So you can have your right on the beat, or you can hold it a bit and play like that. Okay, so that's the long and short of long rolls and short rolls, if you've heard of that before. The quarter note one is the short roll, and the dotted quarter note one is the long roll. But I wouldn't get too bogged down in that sort of stuff. Go ahead and just practice those rolls. Okay? And a great place to practice them with is that tune that we know already, Humors of Tulla. Now, granted, I'm only going to give you just the one measure, because the other rolls use different fingers, and let's just do one thing at a time, okay? So just the first measure of the B part, which is here, and you'll see I already used our cool little notation. All right. That's sort of what it sounds like, a bit slowed down. How about sped up for fun? And we can repeat that, but I know that you're probably looking at me like, I'm not there yet. So we're going to try our first exercise. Does that sound familiar? The bowing might be a little different, but I think you'll adjust. All right, let's do that a few more times. Ta-da! That's not so bad, is it? How about with our exercise 2? Remember that one where we hold it out? Let's see what happens. Oh, well, we're not there yet. Don't move on. Okay. Oh, and I think we were changing bows at the end, right? Oh, I'm a mess. I'm so sorry. We're just going to hold it. It makes more sense today. I think you guys have the understanding anyway, in spite of my wretched playing there. But it's okay. It's okay. The point is play, cut, lift. Play, cut, lift. And as you get better, put more space in between your play and your cut, and less space between your cut and your lift. Okay? That is all for now. So that's your little taste of rolls. And we'll move on and maybe do some more of those fingers for different fingered rolls next week. And until then, see ya.